Hello and welcome, I'm Raziel, and today we are talking about Heresy Thursday, and it is Tybalt Marr, and I quite like it. I think it looks good. Obviously, my first issue with this will be that you need the campaign for Better Garment to use them. It's an issue I have. I think the rules should be free. I think it should be a PDF on the website, so you can just download it. You don't have to buy the Better Garment book to play him. I always have an issue with that, and I believe Idrid Ha is £32, so we're probably going to assume the same price for this guy. So that's basically my first real complaint with him, and I'm probably going to lose it in this one because I've read this several times now and try to get prepared for this, and every time I get through it, I end up just losing it, and I will try not to. All right, I promise I will try and not just crack up while doing this review, because there is something in it, and if you're an old guy like me, if you're an older, you're an 80s kid or a 90s kid, yeah, I think you'll probably see it too. Anyway, so here we go. It's Tybalt Marr, and he was sent down to hunt the Shattered Legions. He's a captain of the 18th Company of the Sons of Horus, and as you can see, he's a lovely model. I like this, and I've said this before. I think when they dialed back a lot of the detail and a lot of the emblems, the model shows through. I think it looks so much better than having just emblems everywhere. Everywhere you see, there's some sort of emblem to that legion. The prime example for this is Ultramarines. There's literally an upside down Omega everywhere. It's on his eyes, on his face, it's up his nose, it's freaking everywhere. But when they dial it back, like they have here, where the only real big ones are, of course, the shoulder pad, and if you can see it here, on the backpack. I mean, if you don't want it on the backpack, you can take that off, and he will still look pretty cool. And yeah, I think that's good because it dials it back a bit. It makes it look better, right? Because there's more focus on the model itself rather than the exaggerated detail. And the face, Games Workshop have really got this backwards. Horus Heresy is not their main game, but for some reason, the best faces are in Horus Heresy and in Forge World, not 40k. They need to get these guys into 40k because the 40k faces are so bad. Like, they've never done them right, and that's 30 years of experience here. I can tell you, they have never done a good face, and it's just absolutely bizarre. But Forge World, I've got to say, this is a great looking face. This is fantastic. I love it. It's expressive. The high cheekbones. He's not angry. He is searching. He is literally looking for someone, and you can see it. And then you've got the eyes here. They look pretty neat. I would probably never paint these because my painting's crap. Eviscerated blade. Again, this looks fantastic. Looks almost like a Drukhari blade. And same as, probably is a Drukhari blade. I love this bolter. I love the sight on it as well. I just think this is such a nice model. It looks really like a guy who hunts Space Marines. And he is mocking the Imperium. This is what this looks like to me. Like, this is the Aquila being mocked because in replace of the head of the Emperor, like the two eagle heads, you got the Eye of Horus. And again, there's a dead head there, again mocking the Emperor on the Aquila itself. It looks really good. And the twin axes, like, he has a role. You can see everything about him is about killing Space Marines, and there's nothing really to it. My only real other complaint is the cloak. It looks a bit bulky here, but I think that might just be the photo. But yeah, okay. And let's just have a look at something as well. Is he on a tactical rock? No, is he? No, he's not on a tactical rock. Good. No tactical rock for you because you're a bad guy. You don't get tactical rocks. And there we have. I'm sorry. Right. Known as the Eva or the Hunter of the Ironheart, Marr is a ruthless combatant, basically. Recognize the threat as Shadrach Medusan, which we're getting. Basically, went after the Shattered Legions, right? And hated Shadrach Medusan. He respected him as a villain, as his opponent, but was not good. He just hated him at the same time. It is something which is quite cool to see in lore and films when the good guy and the bad guy actually respect each other and just don't go out of but they still absolutely hate each other, but they have enough respect for each other to make sure that they know they're doing the right job. And I'm sorry, I can't do this. Right, here's his sword, and I swear to God, this cracks me up. Absolutely, I'm not saying it's a bad looking sword. It's fantastic. I think this is a good looking sword. It looks really nasty. It looks really vicious. Every time I see it, I'm thinking, dude, what are you doing? Are you going to go out? What, are you after Mumra? Are you going to call on Panther and Chitara? Seriously, what with that? Lionel wants his sword back. Like, seriously. Like, this is such a funny. It just amuses me. That eye in the middle of a sword and the two parts of it. I don't know what it's called. Parts of the hilt. It looks like the Sword of Omens, and I swear it just cracks me up to see it. Like, someone in GW had to build this and paint this, and not think, I wonder what happens next. I think I know what happens next. We all know what happens next. The Thundercats come. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll continue this. Right, and here we go. We got the rest of the model here, like with little bits. Right, you got the head. I like it. It looks fantastic. I like the detail on the cloak. I do like that. It looks quite nasty. Very, very spiky. I think it's great. I think, like I said, it looks pretty cool. It's a nice looking model, you know. And, you know, the twin axes. Oh, you have another emblem of Horus. So basically just 3, which is really good. Like, it's dialed back. It's not everywhere. It's not where, you know, it's just going to be plastered everywhere. I've just finished doing an Imperial Fist guy, and there's not many on him either. There's one in his backpack and one in his shoulder pad. Yes, I'm doing Imperial Fist yet, but wait. Before you know, I do hate Imperial Fist, but these guys are going to become the Crimson Fist. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Right? Yeah, it looks really nice. Like I said, it's a nice looking model. It's been well painted, and you got the cutting blade, user strength, AP2, melee, flashbane, murder strike, 6+. That's pretty cool. I like that. It's pretty decent. So he's going to be able to absolutely murder Space Marines. If this is a Space Marine killing blade straight away, I think that's pretty cool. Like, you're not even going to get an armor save against this dude, and you're just going to die. And you got the by the Hunter's Moon, once per battle at the right. It's a devastating shock assault. So once per battle, so it's not a reaction, which is pretty good. By the Hunter's Moon, once per battle, at the end of his controlling player's movement phase, Tybalt Marr can conduct a shock assault. When he does, so each enemy within 12 inches of Tybalt must take a pinning test. In addition, an army whose warlord has this trait may make an additional reaction, or it is a reaction then, during the assault phase, as long as the warlord has not been removed as a casualty. So it is a reaction, sorry, I misread that. And like I said, my only real issue is you have to buy the better common book for this. And I don't like that. I really don't. I don't like the idea that you have to buy a £30 book to use on a £30 model, making the model roundabout a £60 model just to use him. I think it's disgusting when it could quite easily be like a free PDF for everyone to download and use. And that's it. Like it is an issue I have with Games Workshop. They do it a lot. Yeah, Thundercat's coming. And yeah, I mean, he's a nice looking model. Don't get me wrong. He does look good. I think he looks wonderful. He's a nice looking model. I mean, these are still pretty sharp again, like someone's ironed them. But yeah, I can't say anything bad, really. Just because if I say anything bad about him, Panther is going to come and kick my face in. I'm so sorry. Like, every time I see that sword, it's just like, dude, Mama is not even on your planet, man. Like, seriously, you can use a Fox Nuncio and just call your mate. You don't need a Thundercat. You're part of the Sons of Horus. And yeah, anyway, well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh god, this was really difficult for me to make because that sword just cracks me up. And I'll see you all again soon in the next one. Have a great day.